there's nothing to be ashamed or apologetic for. But so you are the one of the devs of Danger All Out Mode. Uh,
Yes.
if you would go ahead and like let us all know like what your roles are in the development process, and like I guess I guess I probably can assume how you formed a team together, and also like what your idea process is.
Yeah, sure. So, I do the programming, character design, animation, and the story writing. And then my wife, she did all the environment art, level design, pretty much anything that's in the game. That's art. That's not the character was done by my wife.
Nice. I noticed that you've been
We're just getting Twitch up on our. We switched from our laptop to my main computer, so we're kind of just switching things over now.
okay. Yeah, I noticed that you've both been giving like supplementary like material to make sure people know how to play your game well. Uh,
Yeah, we felt we didn't explain it very well in the game. We kind of wrote everything the last day, and we kept getting comments that suggested that people weren't figuring out how to play the game. So we wanted to make sure that it was clear. We figured that was probably on us, you know.
right? Yeah, I mean, man, I've been thinking about it too because I also wrote like incorrect instructions into my game because I did everything at the last second, so I totally get that. Uh, did you have any like specific challenges coming up with things or like implementing certain stuff? Because I know, especially with 3D games, things can get kind of hectic.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think our biggest challenge was just properly assessing scope. This was the first time we
Hmm.
really did like a game jam. I've been making games for like 3 years, and we decided that we wanted to, enter a game jam to really just kind of stress test our process. And just one of my biggest challenges as sort of a dev lead is assessing scope.
Hmm.
And, in this one, it was better than it has been in the past, but we definitely overscoped for sure.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
Uh, my game Teleco 20XX, I spent like a ridiculous amount of time on it, but it's only a 10-minute game, and I explicitly did it because in the description of like the prompt, it said like the judge will play a minimum of 10 minutes of it, and I was like,
Right.
all right, I have to pare this down as far as I can get it. Like, there's
It's
going
amazing
to
that
be
you were
no
able to.
overscoping. Sorry, continue.
It's amazing that you were able to pare it down to 10 minutes, though.
Yeah, I was like, I need this to wrap up in 10 minutes to make sure that it's like a solid experience by itself. Um, but yeah, like overscoping is a really huge issue because one time I spent like an entire year on an RPG Maker game, and like I think I had the correct scope, but like I just wasn't familiar with RPG Maker whatsoever. So a lot of it was just struggling to fight the engine. Um, yeah, like did you have any issues with just like coding the game, or like did you run into any walls or anything?
Yeah, a little bit. We switched from Unreal Engine to Godot about like 3 days before the jam.
Oh no.
And so most of it was just like learning how to do things in Godot.
Hmm.
But luckily, Godot is like a pretty intuitive game engine, so that wasn't too difficult. What did you make your game in, by the way?
I also had Godo.
Oh, sick.
So I've also been working on games for like probably like 10 years, just casually. Nothing has ever really
Oh,
like panned out for me, but when I switched to Godo, like and by the way, I know that there's like a lot of quote unquote controversy around how to pronounce it. I pronounce it Godo, so uh, feel free to keep pronouncing it your way, and I'll pronounce it mine. It's fine. But
I respect that 100%.
yeah, so yeah, no, Godo is like incredibly. It's probably my favorite environment to work in. I've done like straight C++. I've done GameMaker back when it was free before it became free again. I did GameMaker while it was not free on a sale. I did RPG Maker. I worked in like weird stuff like Project Spark and like Alice, which was like a really shitty like educational thing. But Godo is really cool. I've been having a lot of fun doing it. But that was part of the 200 hours, just like learning how to get the hang of it. But luckily, it really makes things easy for you.
Yeah, I feel like it gets out of its own way a lot. It sounds like you've worked in like a ton of engines.
Yeah, I mean, not like super hardcore in any of them. I guess the most hardcore I got into it was RPG Maker, but um, yeah, switching engines like 3 days before the jam, like I had opened Godo maybe once before, and then when the jam was announced, I was like, all right, here's the idea, and then the next day I opened Godo, and then I tried to properly learn it. It does a lot of cool things for you. I like how easy tweens are. I like how easy like shaders and everything are. Uh,
Yeah, with like GoDoShaders.com and everything too. You can get a lot of pre-made stuff, which is really awesome.
yeah. But yeah, so like you said, you made the character models and everything. I'm going to read some of this. I don't know if you want to summarize instead. But
Um, yeah, so we have, I don't know if you feel like watching a video, but we have that video that's right there on the top right.
yes.
That probably explains it better than I'm gonna, but it is like 2 minutes. So if you want me to try to make it shorter, I can. That's totally up to you.
Uh, I mean,
I can try to make it shorter for you.
for sure. I mean, I do want to watch the video, but like,
No, I get it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
totally get it. We I don't want to take up too much of your time. Okay, so the main idea is you have two modes with your gun. There's attack mode and trap mode.
Mm.
In attack mode, you left click to shoot. In trap mode, you left click to lay a trap. There's two types of traps: the ricochet trap, which bounces your bullets, and the recall trap, which you put it down, and when you right click in any mode, it'll teleport you back to the recall trap. The whole point of the game is the enemies are impervious to all damage except for the ice cream on the back of their head. So you shoot the ice cream, they go down in one hit. So the idea is to lay traps. There's like it's sort of stealthy, so you can move as fast as you want. But you know, if the enemies don't see you or don't hear your gun, they won't attack you. Once they do, they will come at you. So the idea is sort of lay the traps in such a way that when they do come at you, you can clear the room out. And the ricochet trap does automatically bounce your bullets into the enemy's weak point, provided that like their back is to it and they're in range.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know. I haven't played it, but I've just that kind of reminds me of Ultra Kill because
I love Ultra Kill.
okay, so you played Ultra Kill, like
Love it.
shooting the coin. That's what it makes me think of.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely was an inspiration for sure. I love that game so much.
Cool. I will play it eventually at some point in my life.
You really should, yeah.
Checkpoint system in the game and save your progress after every room. Unfortunately, I broken something in my frantic last minute bug fixing and now it doesn't work. It hurts and it should be. Okay, so this is checkpoint list. You're
Yeah.
going to do multiple playthroughs to shut the game between them. There's a bug, it didn't have to start at the end. After you win, create the second ending. That's all you do. Never play the game. Game is janky mess, solid proof of concept. Please avoid this game in compatibility mode. Also, please forget the type of read properly. Right, never.
Also, there's one really important thing. If you put a recall trap down in a room, the room's locked when you leave them. So just make sure you trigger it before you leave, because you will like soft lock yourself in the room.
So wait, if you recall into a room that you've like exited from, then you'll
Yep.
soft lock it.
Yeah. So the way the recall traps work is as you put them down, you will recall to them in the order that you put them down. So if you put one down in one room, then leave the room, and put one down in another room, you'll recall to that first trap first,
Okay,
and that will get you locked in the room. Unfortunately, it's a bug I didn't have time to fix.
understood. Don't feel too bad. I don't know if you've ever played any of the Halo games. Uh,
Yes.
in Halo 4, there's like the remote detonation gun. Uh,
Right.
I stuck one of the remote detonators onto one of the scientists or something, and in Halo 4, if you try to kill any of the friendly NPCs, you instantly die. I stuck one to one right before I went into a room to fight. A, what are they called? Hunters. The really big guys.
Yeah. Oh God, it's escaping me right now.
Yeah. So one of the really big guys, and the door locked behind me, and the thing was already stuck to them. So when the checkpoint started, I had a time limit before I would instantly die because my detonator would go off and kill the guy.
Ooh, that's rough.
And after, like, it was kind of fun though, because like it was a challenge to beat it in time, and finally I beat it in time. Uh, and then the previous room deloaded, and then like my gun no longer functioned because the flag didn't get set for it to be able to get reloaded again. Um,
Wow.
so like loading and deloading rooms is just apparently a common problem. Like, uh,
Yeah, yeah. I tried my best to like create a system that just made sure that like the ragdoll bodies and everything weren't still in the room.
Mm.
And I was able to do that. But then when it came time to like get the traps out of there, the whole game is such a spaghetti mess.
That's fine.
By the end, it was so unmanageable that I just couldn't find it in time, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, listen, like, my game is super simple. A week in, I was just like, okay, I can't do this cleanly anymore. I must turn this into spaghetti code, or else I will not get this done. So, I mean, it's a jam, right?
Yeah,
You're pretty much subjecting yourself to crunch on purpose, so yeah, don't worry about that too much.
yeah. At a certain point, we all have to make the decision of whether or not we are prepared for spaghetti.
Yeah. One last thing, does this have controller support?
It does not. I'm sorry.
It's okay. But also, one go to a programmer to another, I'm going to call you out now. You exported it in debug mode.
I did. Uh-oh.
Actually, no, this is pretty common. This also happens with Calico.
I say.
I think
So what?
here.
How do I not export it in debug mode?
Oh, shit, I open it right. It's like in the export settings. Let me open mine.
Yeah.
Wait, this is
Behind the scenes look.
this is the X. This is the fucking. Is this the executable? What's going on? Does it show me my splash screen while it's loading my assets? What's what? That's weird.
Cool.
It's kind of cool,
I
yeah.
love your Godot color.
Yeah, the solarized. That's a popular format. VS Code also has a good solarized look. So I think it's like embed pack means that you don't have to export it in two files. It's just a raw executable. I think that's part of the reason that Avast trips it in the virus scanning.
That's what I did.
Yeah,
I did that one.
game was super enjoyable. Oh wait, Teleco or Danger All mode or I guess I could give you some behinds, but like literally like spaghetti as fuck, dude. I have the late realization that I should make safe zones and not death zones because the death zones I had to just like paint over everything, and now there's just a fuck ton of these instead of just painting a safe zone. Anyway, um, how the fuck do you export it not in debug mode? I forget.
I can figure it out in my own time.
Yeah, I don't.
Thank you though.
I don't
really
remember.
do.
It's something in here. But the big thing that I'm also gonna call myself out on is that the game like icon, like I don't know what it is, dude. I went into the project settings, you go into config, and then you put the icons here. I put mine down, and the game still doesn't have the icon on the thing. It has it when it's in the taskbar, but not in the other thing. I don't know. It's annoying. But yeah, cool. Thank you for letting me in on your process.
Of
Guess
course,
I'll
yeah.
start on this. Oh wait, I didn't go in the options. Whatever. I'm an agent. Your vital signs have suggested you
Like I said, there's like a wall of text here, so I completely understand if you don't have the time to read it. I can nutshell the story for you if you prefer.
Oh no. Like with the video, like the video would just be awkward for me because I would be sitting there and not talking. But I'm a nervous person, so I tend to just want to keep talking. But the wall of text is fine. Time is not an issue. I'm gonna be up doing this until I go to sleep, which is a long time from now. So
Okay.
I'm trying to give each dev like the most complete run through of their game that I can.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah, no problem. Come in, agent. Your vital signs suggest you survive the teleportation. That's good. I'll keep it brief since you've got a job to do. A few years ago, the organization discovered a new intelligent form of life called the Creamlings. Up until recently, the little ice cream shaped bastards were believed to be completely harmless. About a week ago, a reconnaissance team was sent into their dimension went MIA. The Creamlings sound like what are they called? SCP monsters or something.
Ooh, they kind of do.
Their last transmission was a report on the new lab-grown biomex and the Creamlings have been developing in secret. They're impervious to damage, equipped with lasers and straight freaky-looking stuff than the war bodies. The government has deemed the creation of the war bodies as an act of war, and have greenlit the assassination of the Creamling King, King Cream. Right now, you're saying the King Cream's underground stronghold. They moved him there sometime after the recon team went dark. He's probably terrified of retaliation. Lo and behold, here you are, retaliation in flesh. Your job is to blast your way through the war bodies guarding the king and take him out, leave no survivors. Now, if you're thinking that blasting your way through a bunch of invincible lab-grown meat puppets sounds impossible, don't worry. We wouldn't waste an agent of your caliber on a suicide mission. War bodies have a fatal flaw. They need a pilot, and those stupid little gremlins don't have the presence of mind to build a cockpit. They just stick themselves to the back of their war body's head, shoot the creatures, and the creature goes down with it. I'll keep it brief, yet the does keep talking about all the text.
I
Fair
know
enough.
time to edit.
Yeah. I'm sure they want to make it easy on you.
Now sit down for 10 minutes.
Yeah. That's how you've been equipped with your experimental multi-operational danger exterminating gun. the
And
mode
then this
gun.
is just the instructions, which I already explained.
I will have to figure out. I will have to get used to it.
Yeah. No
Left click, place trap, scroll over. Traps or trap types. And recall. You only take 2 shots from your mode gun before the break. Okay, that's important.
right, I probably should have mentioned that.
That's cool. That's cool. Misclick and break line of sight before you use it. To the jump. One more thing, we've turned your grav boots to hum at a frequency imperceptible streamlining, so don't worry about making noise when you're moving around. Hell, you could even shift to get a boost and they still won't hear it.
You should have unlimited traps in this room, so you should be able to toy around with them a little. Just make sure you don't stand in front of the ricochet trap, because you can hit yourself with the bullets. So.
Well, that just means I have to try it.
Go right ahead.
I do like. I often end up. What's the word? I tend to come up against weird edge cases just from casual play because I never play games like a normal person.
No, I love that. Please break my game.
The only issue is when breaking the game causes you to like fail like an hour into the playthrough, which happened yesterday. I found a pause bug in somebody's game, and then I tried to exploit it, and the game immediately soft locked. Actually, no, I think it was a hard lock. Nice. Here I am. We wouldn't waste an agent of your caliber on a suicide mission. Immediately shoot yourself in the head.
Immediately commit suicide.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's see. So when I place the teleporter,
these doors will close. So.
Yes,
yeah.
I imagined that they would close. Otherwise, why have the doors? Looks like they're not infinite anymore. I walked into the.
When you go into the thing, they're not infinite anymore.
Okay, so they can't hear me, and I should be shooting the ice creams. Oh shit. Okay, so the gun will alert their presence. Understood. It feels weird to have like a stealth game where you can't crouch. That's not like a bad thing, but like it's just.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh fuck! I got that one. Fuck! I'm out of here. Are there healing items?
No.
Damn.
I was banking on the checkpoint. System.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Oh fuck.
Yeah, the problem was we
Shit.
we had a friend of ours who like picked up some of the slack when we were sort of in crunch. So he ended up coding the health. You just click, yeah.
I'm just making sure that my setup is right.
Oh, got you. Sorry, I think there's a little lag on my end, but so yeah, so he had hooked up all the UI stuff, and in the last little bit of development, I didn't really have time to figure out how he hooked up the health bars, unfortunately. So I couldn't like do a healing thing. Otherwise, you would have healed, but you wouldn't have seen it on the health bar, which would have been.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of funny bugs like that. Let us turn 3D anti-aliasing on to max. We're gonna play this game in the definitive edition.
Alright.
Oh, there's healing. I didn't notice that before. Let me think here. What was it saying? I was gonna say something. Alright, this is a sneaking mission. There it is. There's a reference. Alright, so I should not place a teleporter right there because I will fuck myself.
I would recommend against it.
That's the ricochet. I placed the wrong one. Damn it. Hold on, how do you get these back?
That's a great question. I wish I had an answer.
Okay, alright. This is a sneaky mission.
Might I suggest
reloading
and resetting?
Okay. Oh. Oh. Wait.
Oh, another funny bug. There is a trigger that closes those doors in front of the door. I accidentally have it on the same collision layer as the player. So the enemies, the way they do their sight is they have a vision cone, and when you're in it, they shoot a raycast at the player. And if it hits the player and doesn't hit something else, then the player is seen. But that area that closes the door because it's on the same layer as the player. When the player's hitting it just hit the air.
Damn. I couldn't figure out collision layers when I was doing Godot. I was trying very hard to figure it out, but it seemed random almost for me as to what I could and couldn't collide with. Fuck.
The collision layers are, I think, less relevant for a specific thing colliding than the collision masks, which like sort of decide what that specific object can collide with.
Oh fuck. Oh shit.
Oh, you can peek around corners, by the way.
Oh, with Q and E, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck. Yeah, I fucked this up. What was I gonna say? Something. What was I gonna say? I had like. So hold on. When you shoot, and when you're seen, is there a way to break line of sight and get them off your trail?
Yeah, definitely. If you just like ring around the rosy them, they will eventually lose line of sight. And if you teleport somewhere, so if you go behind something, teleport somewhere, and then keep moving, they're gonna run to where they think you teleported.
Okay.
But if you're not there, then you know they won't find you. I give you a lot of credit for being able to talk and play. By the way, I'm terrible at that.
Oh yeah, no problem. I mean, sometimes I'm absolutely the smoothest of smooth brains when I'm talking while mic needs to be turned up. Who's mic? The dev's mic. Pickles.
Am I quiet? I could turn my mic up on my end.
I already got you.
Oh, thank you. Is that better?
Shit,
I have like an interface over here. I could turn up on my end if I need to.
So teleported. Fuck.
No, you can sprint with shift also.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Mac.
You'll never find me. I like this one. Oh god.
You do have limited sprint though. You have that.
Okay. Yeah, the yellow bar. You'll never catch me. Fast.
You like Sonic.
Yeah. Fuck. Nope. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna abuse their pathing. Come on. No. Please. Nice. I did it.
Give them enough traps in the beginning of the game, unfortunately.
It's okay. Let me see here. So I hope I heal in the next room. But we'll see. Let's make it a surprise. Yes.
You did pretty good.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Okay.
It was like task failed successfully.
Yes, exactly. My friends and I were just talking about how some classic video games, before we all settled on dual sticks for looking at FPS controls, had like absolutely bizarre like tank controls. They had controls for strafing, controls for leaning.
I remember.
And it was just like, it was ridiculous. It was like common period for strafing in some games, like what a nightmare. And then like the first game to implement dual sticks, the reviewers thought it was weird. Just like
really, that's so funny.
Yeah.
What game it was?
It was a licensed game, bizarrely enough. But
kind of good back in the day. I mean, remember the old Spider-Man games?
Oh, well, I've alerted the guards.
There you go.
That's right. Nope. Okay, hold on. Ah, man, my health is so low. Nope. No, damn it. I was gonna teleport. But yeah, like, everything seems pretty impressive so far. Like, you've got the environments down pat. Did you animate all the models yourself?
Yeah, so I did the animations on the enemies, and there's not much animation on the guns and stuff, but I did those too.
Yeah.
And then my wife did literally everything that you're seeing in this game that is not the enemies, and she did a really great job. This was her first time doing extra work for a game. I'm really proud of her.
You nailed it, Sunyan. Actually, I don't know. Is it Sunyan or Sunyanyan?
Oh, it's Yan Yan. You could just call her Yan Yan.
Gotcha. Cool. I noticed that you were BakaBakaGames, so I had a suspicion.
Yeah. Yeah, she's from Japan originally.
Oh, cool.
The Philippines when she was younger, and then Japan. She was...
Philippines mentioned. Hello.
Are you Filipino?
I am also Filipino.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Nihongo shaberu sugoshi.
Oh, sugoi desu.
Yes, very sugoi. Fuck.
Where are you from in the Philippines?
Wife has entered the chat.
Wife has entered the chat, yes. Hello. My mom is from Cebu.
Woo! I'm from Marikina, Quezon City, somewhere there.
I've never been there, I'm
Marikina.
sorry.
I'm Tagalog though, but yeah,
Whoa.
that's awesome.
Yes, Southeast Asian represent. Man, they saw me. Oh no, fuck. No.
What are you
Oh
playing?
no!
My aunt kind of is a loan shark in Butthole. I went there for like 2 weeks for my last game jam in 2015. Shit.
Dude, my husband hasn't tried the Cebuanos like lechon. That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like.
I miss
Did you grow up in the U.S.?
Yeah, I'm from like the central US. I'm very Midwestern.
Oh, have you been to Japan?
I have not been to Japan. Every person that I've spoken to in Japanese has asked me though. Actually, funny story. I was like taking an order for somebody because I used to work at Office Depot, and like this Japanese couple comes in and the wife is very timid, and she doesn't speak English very well, so she's just asking her husband. And then I said kind of the same thing. I was like, "Skoshi nihongo wakarimasu," and then they were taken aback. And yeah, so like the husband was kind of like this older guy who dressed kind of like a younger person. And he was like blown away, and then like he was like, "Oh, have you been to Japan?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "You should go. You'd get a lot of girlfriends." And I was like, "What? This was the thing on your mind? Like, were you thinking this the whole time? Like, dude." It was
Yeah,
very
I
silly.
heard you speak and like the accent. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. Like your accent when you speak Japanese isn't so hard to understand. So I was like blown away by it as well. But
Thank you.
you should like yeah the way my husband like were able to move to Japan is like one marrying me and but two like he was a English teacher in Japan, so it was like and most of the Americans that I know in Japan was also,
English teachers. Yeah.
Pause, I'm sorry. Did you see they just killed me? It's crazy that you just did that.
Yeah, I played a bit of FPSs.
No, that's wild. I didn't know that was possible. Thanks for catching that for me.
I'm pretty sure I just like saw it peeking out. But yeah, English teachers. Have you heard about the one American developer on Breath of the Wild Zelda game?
Oh.
Literally, you can track them back to a forum post made in like the early 2000s. Like, I went to work for Nintendo. I'm a white guy. How do I do that? And everyone's just like, well, that's a really tall ask. But if I had to guess, you would probably want to become an English teacher. And then that's what he did. He flew to Japan, he became an English teacher, and then he worked for Nintendo eventually.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So when they run at you, I would recommend throw.
Holy shit!
Throw a trap there and bounce it. There you go. Get him!
Where are you?
The strats, the pro strats.
Dude, yes, like that. Stay in one place and literally wait for that.
Yes. Coolest build in Oregon.
This is the run.
This is the run. We're making it. Yeah. Wonderful job, Nyan. Like everything in this looks so good.
So much. I'm a painter first before I started like learning how to do like environments in video games. But yeah, I'm so excited.
Yes. And we've already bridged the connection.
All
Here.
the energy in the relationship.
Hell yeah. I see a syrup bottle upside. Oh. Wait.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool.
They ran out of room on the shelves.
Actually, it's funny that you talk about my accent. I literally asked the guy that I just talked about from Office Depot. I was like, "Boku no Nihongo," like, what is the word I use? I was just like not the best, and I was just like, "Demo boku no accent wa dou desu ka?" And then he was just like, "Ah, way better than my accent." It's just I taught myself from a book in high school. Like I didn't take any classes. I just because I watched a bunch of fucking anime because I'm a weeb. But that's just how it is.
Me too. I love anime. The reason me and my husband have gotten along so well because we watch anime all the time.
Hell yeah.
No, it's partially true. That's been such a unifying thing for our relationship.
Hell yeah. Oh my
One
god.
Piece.
One Piece
One
mention.
Piece?
Oh,
Are
fuck.
you a One Piece fan?
I'm not, but I did watch the live action and I really enjoyed that. They did a really good job.
That's really cool.
Uh,
We love the existence of the live action because we're just really happy that it's probably going to get more people into One Piece.
oh yeah, absolutely.
As an adaptation, it was not the greatest.
Yeah, I know that a lot of One Piece fans have a bone to pick with some of it.
Well, they murdered Garp's character for some weird reason.
It might be because like One Piece is definitely like a story that had to be an exploratory process for the author, so
Yeah.
probably some things had to come much later and they pulled it back into the front. Every time that Luffy had stretching going on, it was a little bit of body horror though, but
Yeah, just a touch. Yeah.
but everything else was really good. I
Real
think.
people.
What was I gonna say? Something. Funny story. I did take a Japanese conversation course in college. Well, I was in high school, but I took a college course for it, and the teacher had to come up with a different curriculum for me because I already knew all of the hiragana. So she was
Really?
like,
How'd you learn?
I from the book that I told you about.
Oh yeah. That stupid question. Sorry.
No, it's fine. But she thought it was really funny because sometimes I was blank on hiragana, but I knew a lot of kanji.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so she asked like, "What are you doing over your winter break?" And we were supposed to respond in Japanese, and I was like, "Nihongo no utau o naraimasu." And then she's like, "Oh, really? Which one?" And I was really nervous about mentioning it because it was from Fooly Cooly. So
Goated anime.
yeah, so I mentioned
Absolutely goated anime.
I mentioned the title of the song, and then she's like, "Oh, is that from an anime?" And I was just like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Which one?" And I'm just like really nervous because I know what the pun in Fooly Cooly is. So I was like, "Fooly Cooly," and then she's like, "What? Footy Footy?" And I was like, "Yeah," because it's like the onomatopoeia for fondling someone's boobs. So,
Yeah.
and she was just like, "Do you know what it means?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Do you remember what song? Because that's like one of my favorite soundtracks, maybe all time.
It might have been Last Dinosaur.
Oh, good one.
Last Dinosaur is like one of my favorites. I mean, like Right on Shooting Star is a classic, of course, but
Yeah.
Last Dinosaur gets me. It's very like melancholy.
I
Fuck.
really love. Oh God, what was the one with the Never Knows Best scene?
I'm blanking on it. I'm blanking.
Yeah.
Also, I'm straight up playing a fucking deathmatch with these.
You can hit them both from the walk around behind them and hit them both with the thing, the ricochet trap. They'll face you and then bang them both.
I don't know where I placed the ricochet trap.
On the
Oh, there it is.
on to the left. Yeah, just get them to put their back to it.
I can see him wiggling over there.
Oh,
Dang. This.
what is he doing?
I think the pathing is busted, so I'm gonna take advantage of that.
Get him.
No, my gun is blocked because I'm right-handed. No. If only I was left-handed. There we go. I'm low on health. How many levels are there, by the way?
Just 3. You made it to the last one already.
Oh, okay, cool.
If you like, if you want to move on to another game, I totally understand. I'm just really thankful that you played ours at all.
Oh yeah, no, I'm enjoying myself. I'm definitely gonna try to get to the end here. Like I said, I've spent much longer on games than this so far. Shoot.
I just want to be, as respectful of your time as I can.
Yeah, no worries. Wow. Oh no. Trust no one, not even yourself. What was I gonna say? Something.
Just no one, not even yourself. That's funny.
Yeah, but my mom is she's from Cebu, and I have no connection to Japan whatsoever. But I am a weeb, so that's it.
That's a connection.
Yes.
Now, here's a real question. Have you tried balut?
No. So my grandma used to really like balut, and everybody made fun of her for it. My mom would tell her that it's like she's eating a baby. Oh, nice. Yeah, and so she was like really embarrassed by it, so she would eat it in the dark so she didn't have to look at it.
Oh no. That's one way to do it, yeah.
Yeah. But I really miss pandesal.
Oh, Pandasol's really good.
Yeah, the pandesal bakeries.
There are Filipino TikTok creators that are making pandesals and showing the recipe. I was like, maybe I should make that at home because I miss it so much.
Right. Did you?
It's like pan de coco. It's like pandesal, but it has cocoa inside, like pan de coco.
I mean, I went to all the pandesal bakeries because you know why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, the fuck, these fucking guys. Shit. Yeah, the pandesal bakeries are great. I also kind of miss Sparkle, the soda, but like,
What is that?
it's like the lemon soda. It's a lemon soda called Sparkle, and it was really cheap, but when I went to the Philippines when I was like 13, I got so many canker sores because it's just so acidic.
Oh my gosh. I've never had that. Maybe that's a blue thing?
Maybe.
Or maybe I just don't know.
But also, this might be a... I don't know, maybe this is a funny Filipino family story or something, but my mom recently, I was visiting my hometown and my mom was like, yeah, I'm gonna get... You can go pick up some pandesal. And like, I've lived in Florida briefly, and there are actually like brick and mortar pandesal bakeries there.
Nice.
So I thought she meant that maybe a pandesal bakery had opened up in our hometown, and I was like, oh cool, well let me go see that. And then she gives me the address, and it's in a Walgreens, and I'm just like, I'm assuming that I just don't see where the building is. I'm just like, what's going on, Mom? You said to pick up the pandesal here. And then she's like, and then somebody in a car next to me like taps on my window, and then they're just like, yeah, here's a tray of pandesal. And we had this illicit pandesal deal.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
In the Walgreens, and I just like, what the hell is this? So I give them $20, and then she gives me the tray of pandesal.
That is such an Asian
I love the idea of illicit bread. I want to shirt this as that illicit bread.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh shit. Shit. No, no, no. They set me up.
Run away.
It's okay. It's okay.
You can cheese it.
Yes. I'm in full cheese mode. I will.
You should use the recall trap too, because it'll get you away from them when they.
You're right. You're absolutely correct. And I'm a fool. I like your banana. What floor signs though?
Right? I want that in real life.
They have them in real life. I just don't know where to get them.
I wish.
Yes. I have like an inspiration folder full of just random shit that I find funny, or just like cool. And one of them is the wet floor signs that are shaped like banana peels.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I want that. I actually want that as a base and like have plants on top of it. That'd be cute.
That would be very cute.
Weird furnitures. Like things like, you know, like our parents wouldn't buy, but our generation is all about like buying weird things.
Yes.
He's just standing there staring at you menacingly.
Cool. I did it.
There you go. That was pretty professional use of traps.
Thank
honestly.
you. Thank you.
Wait
Yeah.
for them from the entryway and then run away if they come close to you.
Yes.
By the way, I don't know if this is super self-explanatory. It was supposed to be different colors, but again, things we broke in the last hour. When that like vignette is encroaching on the edges of the screen, that means they can see you, and if it comes in all the way, that means they have seen you. It's supposed to go from yellow to red, but you know, game jam.
What was I gonna say? All right. Do you plan on developing this any further?
I just want to kind of fix up the bugs. I figured out yesterday how to make the ragdolls not do that thing where they, become fourth dimensional.
I do like that. That's fun.
But I figured out a way to fix that, and I want to fix the checkpoint system. But I think we're gonna move on. There's definitely some good stuff in here that I think we'll use in the future. Like I really like the ricochet traps.
Yeah.
But if I was gonna go full time on a stealth game, we've had this one concept for a stealth game where you're kind of like the monster in the dark, laying traps and creating like a kill zone and fear and chaos and all that sort of stuff. So
Fuck.
that would probably be more what we'd focus on.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, this is very good.
Glad you like it.
I think you mentioned last hour, like breakdowns of things.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, so I uploaded my project like 12 minutes before the deadline,
Oh wow.
and I was really struggling because I was trying to like do everything I could. And I actually have the entire cutscene. I don't know if you played Teleco yet, but
No, we're gonna play it tonight.
hell yeah. I also want to talk about Teleco a little bit because I feel like you might specifically appreciate what I was going to say about it. But I was going to say fuck. Right. I do love the fourth dimensionality. By the way, man, like, okay, this is also a very specific deep cut, and I'm totally going on a tangent. You may notice I probably also have ADHD, so
Oh yeah.
ADHD gang rise up.
Yeah. Both my wife and I have it actually.
I can tell. Don't worry.
Yeah.
my radar is impeccable.
Yeah, it's something about neurodivergent people. We could just like smell each other, like even over the airwaves.
It's the description of your game. Having to have precision and understanding and communication is a very neurodivergent thing. So just having a very long-winded like, hey, this is the problem that I was having. I hope you don't mind, and I will tell you exactly what caused it. Like, no, I do that shit too. So don't worry. What was I gonna say? Fuck. So, damn, I totally blanked. All right, Dark Souls.
You were
So
yeah,
the fourth dimensionality thing in Dark Souls 1, like they had the ragdoll corpses. I don't know if you play Dark Souls. Dark Souls. Yeah, I'm a huge like FromSoft fan as well. Well, really just specifically the Soulsborne series, but I'm not really into Armored Core. But if you like Armored Core, you should play Ultra Wolf Fighter X by my friend who also participated in this jam. So yeah, I loved the ragdoll in Dark Souls 1. It was so funny, and like Dark Souls humor is so specifically weird, and so I really was disappointed when in Dark Souls 2 they removed it. But then Dark Souls 3 added it back in, and I was like, hell yeah. So never be ashamed for your models to be silly.
I didn't play Dark Souls 2. Actually.
Yeah, I mean people generally perceive it as the weakest one in the weak link in the series. But I know it has a lot of fans as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they removed the ragdoll, dude.
Bad game. I've played a little bit of it. It's definitely not like a bad game.
Yeah.
It's just that it swims in a sea of maybe the greatest games of all time.
Yes.
There he goes.
Elden Ring is like, oh my fucking god, dude. Like I finally went on the deep dive. I had a notebook full of notes about Elden Ring's lore just to try to see if I could like piece together the setting. And then I finally was like, alright, I'm gonna do the deep dive, see what other people have found. And I was surprised. I was like, damn, this went way deeper than I could have ever imagined. Like, the setting is so goddamn rich. Like, Elden Ring is literally peak fiction. I'm a huge Bloodborne fan, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. I love Elden Ring, too. It was a fantastic game. But, by the way, sorry, ADHD over-explaining. When I was saying there he goes, I was talking about the enemy freaking out. I didn't want you to think I
oh, no.
or anything.
I totally understood. Because, yeah, I was staring right at it, just like, yep, there he goes.
Sorry, just making sure.
Shit. Oh.
Yeah, Bloodborne, I think, is maybe one of the best games ever.
Yeah. FromSoft has ridiculously legendary accolades. Like, I played Elden Ring, I played Bloodborne, and I'm just like, I don't know how video games are gonna, like, top this, dude. Like, what was the rest of the industry doing? Like, I don't know. But,
yeah, no, it's a little wild. It's both inspiring and, like, soul-crushing. You know what I mean? Because it's like, wow, video games can be this.
Yeah, this game is very hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. My friend who made the Armored Core, like, that game is really hard. I don't know if anybody else other than me has beaten it. We're not really sure.
Do you want me to give you some, like, I could like tell you where to set up traps and stuff to sort of cheese it maybe a little bit if you just want to get through it?
Sure, if you want to, I mean.
Yeah, so the one I always do is if you go around to the right side, you could, up to you, whatever. I usually put it around the right side on like that shelf you just ran past on the edge of it. And then I go into that little cubby there and just pop one of them in the back of the head, and when they run up to me, I just bang bang clear them both out. Ooh, nice.
I've been getting some really good trick shots.
Yeah. Your accuracy is on point for sure.
let's be a bit more measured about this.
So if you at that thing that you're looking at, shelf. I just forgot the word for shelf. If you put a ricochet trap there, and then that one could work too. Yeah, you put the ricochet trap over there, and then you sort of lead them into this cubby hole, and then you're just gonna have to shoot one of them in the head after that.
Shit, I think I fucked this up.
Just ring around the rows here.
I watched the video they put out before, and it was super helpful. Yeah, I would imagine. Nope.
Oh, I'm glad you found it helpful. I was a little worried that I made too many jokes and it was like hard to understand, but I'm glad to hear that it helped you.
I absolutely would be doing better if I just like were playing this by myself, but you know, streamer brain.
Yeah, no, I again, I give you a ton of credit for what you're doing. I would not be able to say a word while I was playing games.
We're gonna get into cover. We're gonna place a teleporter maybe. We're gonna go over here. Come on, you fuckers. Yeah. Watch the. Oh yeah, okay.
Boom.
Right. So the thing I wanted to say about Teleco. So Teleco 20XX.
Activate the teleporter. Oh no.
Oh, I fucked it.
The soft lock.
No, it's okay. I just will never use the teleporter. It's fine.
Okay. But yeah, tell me about Teleco.
So Teleco 20XX is a lot of wordplay, a lot of like highly neurodivergent word association. So I don't know if you listen to Vaporwave or Future Funk or anything like that.
Oh yeah, all that.
Oh yeah. So you might notice that I've put the title in full width alphanumeric, which is the wide text that Vaporwave always uses.
Interesting.
It's what I named my TV. Like, we had a smart TV, and the Wi-Fi network needed a name for it, so I named it Teleco 20XX because I thought it'd be funny. Because, you know, Japanese names ending in ko, it's Teleco.
Oh, yeah.
And 20XX because a bunch of, like, old Japanese video games said, like, always we're talking about, like, in the year 2000XXX.
Yeah.
So there was that, and then later I made a D&D character called, after Teleco 20XX because
What was the name of the character? Sorry.
Teleco 20XX. It's the same name.
Yeah.
But I made a D&D character after it because I noticed that D&D 5e has a lot of overlapping telepathy abilities, and I thought it would be funny to make the most useless build ever by just redundantly stacking them on top of each other. Because they don't even help each other. They're seriously just like, you have telepathy from this source, you have telepathy from this source, but it's worse. And like, I just thought it was really funny. Nice.
I love D&D.
Yes, I've made like a ridiculous amount of highly conceptual characters. New teleporter and teleporter placement still. Yeah, is the teleporter like busted forever now?
No, you're good now.
Okay, now that yeah. Okay.
The way that the teleporter works, whatever order you put them down, that's the order you teleport to them in. So it's, you know, if you put one down first, second, third, you're gonna go first, second, third, basically. I'm really looking forward to hearing you talk about Teleco. I'm just like really looking forward to playing it. I really like the name.
Nice, very good. So with Teleco, I thought like the game is based on like fucking with settings on a television. That's my mode contribution.
That's really cool.
Because I thought like, what if a ghost possessed a TV and then you fucked with the settings on it, and like how would they respond to it? So I wanted the settings to diegetically alter the actual mechanics of the game. And so... Hold on. Nope, there's one more.
There you go. Good job.
There's one more.
One more, shit.
Here's it. Oh. Nice. Sniped it.
You being broken. Nice, good job. Alright, last level, you got this.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna talk about teleporters. So, so a ghost possessing a TV. That's Sadako. So Teleco is like the perfect name for it. Also, a lot of anime characters will have the co name, but they'll put a C on it for stylistic reasons, which is why it's Teleco with a C. And also Teleco with a C is just the word telecommunications but truncated. So I just like put a shit ton of like thought into this name.
No, I love that.
for a ghost possessing a TV based on Sadako. And also she has an ahoge because, you know, we need an antenna on the character that transmits itself through signals.
Did you design the character?
Yeah. I did a lot of supplementary art, and I did a lot of, like, really just supervising because this was the first time that I had a team that I was actually, like, responsible for. So, yeah, I think we pulled through a lot, or pulled through very well. Where the fuck is it?
Look at your page now. This looks really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, like I said, I've been at the game dev thing for a while, and hopefully this is gonna pan out. I'm planning on having it release in October as a full game experience.
You have our support.
I'll definitely be following your itch and keeping up with what you guys
Oh, I appreciate that.
Shit.
Yeah, one of the coolest parts about being a part of the jam is just like
Fuck.
meeting your dad.
Yeah, exactly. That's part of why I'm doing this. A lot of my connections kind of blew up over this year, and
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, I've been through it. But so connecting with other developers and like hearing what they have to say about their own projects has been really fun. Building connections, building community even. Okay, well I can at least... What? I think I more or less have the strat for the first room. Even if,
Yeah, I think you got it.
even if shit hits the fan, like, damn it. I am taking a lot of damage though. This is a snacking mission.
I think if you could nail that first shot, why are they just standing there? If you could nail that first shot on the back of their head, then you're golden because that strat you'll just take out the other two immediately.
Yeah.
You gotta hit the ice cream. I know it might be a little hard to see.
Yeah. No, I can see it just fine. Even with the small screen. Okay.
Oh, that's good to hear.
This is the run. I can feel it in my bones because...
Yeah, you got this. You're getting better all the time. I'm watching you get good at this game in real time. It's awesome.
I'm gonna wait for that. I put this here just cause. And everybody's over here. And now that I know that there's only 3 of them, it's just as you say. Oh.
Clean.
Damn it. Wow. The exit doors are open.
There you go.
It's time. It's time. My streamer brain has loaded.
This is the run, I believe.
Yes.
Did you trigger the trap, the teleport?
Fuck.
No, it's okay. You got this.
I still got this. I still got this.
No teleport needed. Ricochets only.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. I almost feel like I could just like... Fuck.
I feel like that would work.
Yeah. Okay, but there's people behind me. Oh, god damn. Damn it. Okay. This is the run part 27. Okay. But no, very impressive. I am quite impressed with this game.
I'm glad to hear that. It's not the bugs and everything aren't ruining your enjoyment too much.
Oh no, absolutely not. Bugs are fun.
Actually, I'll if I could be candid for a minute, when we finished this, I was kind of really down on the state it was in because, you know, especially because we broke the checkpoints and everything, and I was considering actually pulling it out of the contest, and like absolutely not.
Nah.
So hard on this, and so it's been really nice to hear that you know, people have had
Yeah.
a decent experience with it, you know. Which is a good lesson, I think, to not be so hard on yourself and to stand by your work, you know?
Absolutely. I mean, the teleporter being a soft lock, like, bugs are fun when they don't, like, break your game, obviously. Knowing that the soft lock is there does help because, you know, I don't want to trigger that because that does take the wind out of your sail sometimes.
Sure, yeah.
Everything else is just... It's like, I know that I would be doing very well with this if I were just a bit more of a patient person. Wait a second.
Now, something I'm noticing is that you can't place the teleporter, and this is a bug I haven't encountered before. I wonder what's causing that.
I can at least place this thing. Oh, shit.
Well, if you die this run, maybe do a quick restart because I want to see if that can fix it.
Okay.
There's like some other issue I gotta look at.
I love this, honestly. I love when the guys just spaz out. That's awesome.
I'm gonna pretend I did that on purpose.
Yes. And honestly, like, it's a game jam. Like, you know, have fun with your mistakes.
Yeah, it definitely was. I'm like an extreme perfectionist.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a...
Like,
See, funny thing is that perfectionism is a flaw.
yes.
So keep that in mind. Keep that very deep in your subconscious.
Yeah, well, so actually, the thing that's been so great about this experience and something that's made us really want to do just more game jams is how much this has forced me to be okay with creating something that's good but not perfect.
Exactly.
And that's been just an incredibly valuable learning experience.
Yeah. The adage goes, done is better than perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that recently for the first time. It's funny that you mentioned it.
Yes. It's very valuable advice. So, I was actually thinking, or one of the things that I didn't get to is that I wanted a dialogue trigger in Teleco to, because it's a ghost possessing a TV, right? So,
Right.
she eventually possesses a video game cartridge, spoiler warning, and
Love that though.
I wanted it to be like, because there are bugs in my game, and unfortunately at least one person has been unable to complete the game because of it. I offered to parsec it to them so that they could at least see the ending on their own terms, but yeah, so I wanted to have there to be a dialogue trigger where Teleco is just like, this game is really buggy, and then also, spoiler warning, Teleco is a second-person perspective rhythm game.
Oh, I love that. I love rhythm games.
Yeah, but also, like, the second-person perspective is funny because I kind of had the late realization that that was the case. Fuck, I forgot that I had this one here. Nice. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. I only have, like, a fifth of my health.
I believe.
Yes, believe.
Can you put teleporters down again?
Okay, the issue is fixed.
Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Good to know. But yeah, sorry. Go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah, I wanted there to be a dialogue trigger where Teleco is just like, this game is really buggy, and then the person watching, whose perspective you're actually watching from would be like, you're the bug. Like,
that's really funny, actually.
yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't get to it, but yeah, a little bit of self-aware humor is not bad, but yeah, don't be too hard on yourself. This is a game jam. The whole idea of a game jam is literally to put yourself in crunch conditions on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Unfortunately,
It's weird that we do that to ourselves.
yeah. It does suck though, because like, there are some people who literally had game-breaking stuff that they could not address, and I think that's why they extended the deadline. Okay, I have to trick shot this dude. Oh, fuck.
Just strafe shooting.
Almost. Oh.
The most powerful strat in this game is Ring Around the Rosie.
True. Very true. Okay, it looks like I broke line. Oh. Fuck. My sprint is gone. My sprint is gone. Part of the thrill of the jam. Yes. Thank you, Starbar. If you're a developer, please drop your game and I will be getting to it tonight. Ah, fuck. I feel very close to being able to figure this one out, though. So, oh, maybe if I place this and then I'm just like... Wait, I can't... Damn it. I thought for sure that might work. I was like, what if I just like ran in a straight line, teleported behind, and then just shot straight forward? Knowing that every commit could potentially destroy everything. Dude, I'm so paranoid about GitHub. Like, I don't know, I'm just...
Oh my god, same.
Yeah.
No, absolutely, 100%.
Godot gives me like ominous warnings about like the dependencies changing, and I'm just like, what do you mean?
I had a weird bug. It didn't like break anything, but it was like really nerve-wracking. I had that guy that helped us out with the coding. He had added something new to the game and like some new classes. And I had, gone on his branch to check it out and everything. And when I went back to my branch, the Godot kept complaining that it couldn't find the classes that were on his branch, and that was pretty nerve-wracking because I was like, did we break it?
Yeah, the branch system is like, I know that GitHub is extremely useful. I know that you should be using it. I'm scared because I don't understand it well enough to know that I'm not fucking everything up. That's the whole issue.
I'm in the same boat. By the way, I really love your little cat up at the top right.
Thank you.
Is that a what's that Pokemon that is the evolution of Mew?
Meowth.
Meow.
Version, yeah. No. So, funny story about that avatar. This is actually an asset that I made for a prank. I pranked, or I am planning a prank that is 5 years in the making, where I made an extremely elaborate Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition module, where I feel bad about like spoiling it on stream, but like, so the whole idea is like, you wake up at an inn, you have to reconvene with your party, you're attending an annual festival where people go wild with like fanciful like fervor, and so you go over the hill, and while you're on the way there, you're whisked away by a musical procession led by a fairy queen, and so you're like wrapped up in this enrapturous dance, and then you get to the temple called the Temple of Visions, and you're there to beseech the voice of the gods, and fuck, I almost got that one. And while you're there, you have to pay for an amulet of entry. For some reason, the younger people in the party get a minor amulet of entry. You go a little bit further into the dungeon. You find all sorts of people, old and young, all different sorts of shapes and colors, beasts that stand like men. And then suddenly you hear a piercing screech.
Uh-oh.
Squee. Roll a dex save to avoid the glomper. You're at an anime convention circa 2009.
Oh no.
Yeah, so like, the whole...
Terrifying. So this is a horror module then.
Yeah, so the whole idea is that you're getting punked because this has been an anime convention the whole time, and it's part of the like cringiest part of our youths as millennials, and your healing items are things like Pocky and Ramune. You use foam padded training swords and yaoi paddles as your weapons. Every instance of the word creature is replaced by cosplayer because actually your race levels and class are your cosplay, and your HP is how damaged your cosplay is. And so this cat is actually an asset that I made because I made an OST and I made like an extremely intricate like I made a lot of assets for it, and this is I guess the long cat reference where the tower where you beseech the voice of the gods, which are just voice actor signings, comes out of this cat's mouth, which is why it's animated, because I needed it to open so that the tower could come out of it.
It's cute, I like it.
Yes. Nice. Nice, this is the run! This is it!
This is the run, this is it, you have almost full health.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm the danger.
I love that, two things I loved about your story. That's a really interesting take on, like, reflavoring a D&D session, and I also really respect and appreciate the neurodivergent urge to commit way harder than you needed to.
Oh yeah, a lot of my most creative projects have literally come from just punking my friends.
I love that.
So yeah, I have a long history of this. I am a trickster deity, and my blessings are generous. Nope. I did it! Woo!
Oh my god, let's go.
Alright, but before we go, let's just admire all of these wonderful assets made by Nyan Nyan. Shouts out to you and your wife for everything here.
Thank you. There's one more room, but it's all story. Totally understand if you don't want to read it all. I could nutshell it for you.
I know, I'm doing it.
Alright.
I mean, if we've gotten this far. Let's see. The king has no eyes, and yet somehow you can feel his gaze move from your face onto the gun in your hand. He sighs deeply. I know why you're here, he says. He has no mouth, but you can hear his voice. It's soft, sweet, a little creamy. Rest assured, I won't try to stop you. You must do what you must do, just as I did what I had to do. I'm sorry about what happened to your friends. You say nothing, you feel King Cream's gaze go deeper somehow. No, not your friends, your colleagues. I'm sorry all the same. If I may make a final request, I'd like you to hear me out before you kill me. Will you do that? You shouldn't. You should just shoot him. Years of doing wet work, and never once have you hesitated, so why now? And yet his gaze goes deeper. You feel cold, but it's comforting cold. Cold like the other side of a pillow. Yes, you'll hear him out. Thank you, he says, and then he begins. Ice cream is made of milk. This is the lie you've been told. The creamlings were discovered recently. Another lie. The truth, the ice cream your kind love so dearly is, and always has been, made from the corpses of my brethren. They're taken from their homes, murdered, freeze-dried, processed, reconstituted, and served in tubs. Also, your people can have a treat in times of sadness, or in times of happiness, or in times when your slice of pie is just a little too barren on top. A la mode, as they call it. If he had a mouth, he would have spat those words. Imagine generations of tears and blood and lost loved ones. Imagine your people crying out for reprieve, begging for their king to do something, to save them as the kings before them have failed to do. So you gather the brightest of minds of your kingdom, and you spend decades developing a weapon. Something your people once considered a grave sin, to defend yourselves. Yes, what your organization calls war bodies are tools of self-defense. We've put our foot down, drawn the line of sand, and your government clearly will not stand for it. His gaze pushed deeper, it feels sharp, you feel pain, not physical but emotional. Screams, you hear them. But from where? Your stomach churns. How much ice cream have you eaten in your life? Too much. Pain subsides as quickly as it came. You have spent your life as a hired gun, a man of action before thought. I ask you now to put thought first. Kill me if you must, but know that I am begging you not to. I beg you to let me live so that I may fight to liberate my people from the injustice they have suffered for far too long. Know that if you do, the crimes that you committed here today will be forgiven and you will be granted asylum in this realm. What will you do? I noticed that you mentioned 2 endings.
Yes. So, do you want me to tell you how to get them, or?
Well, I could shoot the Ice Cream King, but they're a sentient creature. How long will it take to make those? At least a week. You know that they won't have that long.
Oh,
A day at best.
sorry, that's at the bottom. I don't know why it started at the bottom. You're gonna have to.
Oh, weird. You leave the room and agree to buy a war body. The king has asked me to escort you to a bedroom, it says. That is, provided you decide to stay with us. No way can you show face back in your realm, having refused an organization job. They'll send another one, you say. The king expected as much, said the war body. Luckily, you coming here gave us lots of great data on how to improve our weapons. Our scientists say next time our bodies will go inside the weapons. How long will it take to make those? At least a week. You know that they don't have that long. A day at best, hours more likely. These little guys are probably doomed, and you along with them. That said, you're not just gonna lay down
he's actually
and die.
Scottish.
Yeah, and die. That's not what people like you are all about. You look down at your mode gun and sigh, 1 week, that sounds doable. Nice. Well, we've doomed him to a painful death at the hands of the local government, or the world government, maybe.
I like to think with your skills, they're gonna be protected. To be honest.
Oh yeah, I will single-handedly protect the creamlings from annihilation.
Declan, thank you so much for having me on your stream, and thank you so much for playing the whole game.
Yeah, this has been really good. I like the mechanic of shooting like ricochet shots at the back of the head. That's a really clever way to do it. I absolutely think that with more polish, this could be like really what's the word? Like it's already really good, but just like I'm sure that people would have much less of an issue playing through your game. Just put like a little bit more elbow grease into it and like iron out the teleportation thing at least, because
absolutely, yeah, I couldn't agree more.
yeah, I would also say like maybe make teleportation a bit more accessible, because having to navigate back to the trap gun and then teleporting back, that during high stakes situations it is a little bit rough.
You can just press right click whenever. I
oh really?
That clear, though. Yeah, I might. Not
okay.
That clear.
Yeah, because that was gonna be my suggestion, so that was my fault then.
No, it's probably my fault. Again, I just don't think we explained how to play the game very well, which was like the biggest thing I would change in a final release, is just making it more apparent how to play the game. Maybe giving a little bit of a tutorial so that players can actually get their hands on the mechanics rather than just reading about them.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I will definitely give you a highlight of this if you need to show it to people. Although it does seem to be it's mostly just anecdotes between us, because unfortunately the Ensemble Force has met the Ensemble Force in neurodivergence.
Well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I have another game. Let me think.
I'm actually
now
that
right.
we're done here, I'm gonna go play Teleco. I'm actually really excited to do so.
Nice, yeah. I'm excited to see what you think. I will be commenting and rating, of course. It's not necessary for you to do so, but I suspect
No,
that you'll
I'm
probably be doing so.
absolutely gonna comment and rate. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I will beat your game. I will comment. I will rate. And again, thank you so much for playing. I really appreciate it. We both do. My wife's in the other room.
Oh yeah. You two seem really cool, and
Thank
we
you.
have
So do you.
we have a ridiculous amount in common. So
Yeah, no,
that's been nice to
absolutely.
see.
Let's keep in touch after the jam, and we'll follow each other's careers with interest.
Yes, hell yeah. All right,
Pleasure
well,
to
you
meet
have a
you.
good night, Pickles and Yan Yan. Props again on your game. It was great.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You too.